Okay, everybody. Well, we're a little bit late here, and I don't know, Andrea, can you see me, hear me?
Yes, I
Oh,
can see
excellent.
you.
Oh, good.
Hello.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great, great. Well, we're a little late getting started, folks. I'm sorry. We had a few little technical difficulties, and I'm afraid a little bit of the technical difficulties that I had are going to mean that I'm not going to have all the pictures ready that I wanted, but we'll work through that. I had a bunch of pictures staged, and I think maybe I overloaded the system because I got so excited about what we have to share today. So first, let me just say hello. I am Robin Klein of Klein and Company Travel Consulting, and I am delighted today to have Andrea Benedetti with me from 100, is it Allora? Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, why don't you tell everybody first what the name means and just a little brief about what the business does, and then I'll show the video that you sent me the other day, which is fabulous. And while you're doing that, I'm going to try to see if I can get some more of those slides up. So go ahead.
Okay. So we pronounce in Italian 100 all'ora, which means 100 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
So this name gives the idea of traveling and driving all sorts of cars. You don't have to go very fast in order to enjoy supercars. 100 kilometers per hour, it's about 60 miles per hour, I guess. So we think it's the right speed to enjoy all sorts of cars, vintage cars and supercars.
Okay, great.
So we deal with cars, all sorts of services related with cars. So rental cars, bespoke tours with supercars, tours with vintage cars, and racetrack driving experiences.
Yeah. It all sounds fabulous. Well, I think that's a really good entree into showing this video, which takes about a minute and a half. And everybody hang with us because I'm getting the other slides up as we're talking. And then Andrea will tell us about each of those as we go along. So I'm going to minimize our screens while we watch the video so everybody can get the full effect. And then we'll be back to chat a little more.
Okay.
The right one. Here we go. Give me 1 second. There we are. Okay, now I've got it. All right, so that just is so exciting to watch. I love that. I need to get rid of this Facebook screen now, but here we go. All right, great. So, tell us a little bit about how this business came to be and finding all these cars and how all this happened.
Sure. So we started by chance about 10 years ago because one partner has a rental car company. The company was created by his father about 40 years ago, and they were starting to rent modern cars. They were specialized in vintage cars. Then they started to promote and rent modern cars and supercars. Um, they found out that they were starting to have requests for extra services, such as transportation of the luggage, such as suggestions on where to go. So we found out that there was a huge potential in uh, um, in the organization of bespoke tours. So we thought, why not propose to accompany our guests with a lead car and take care of the cars and of all the necessities in any moment. So we found out that our clients were happy to pay a little extra and have us with them for this kind of tours. And this is why we started. We then created a company, Centallora, and we started also to offer other services such as rental of villas and transportation with helicopters, private jets, because our clients were saying, we are satisfied with you. Can you please propose something else? Can you please help us organize a new holiday or our logistics? So this is why we were able to provide other services beyond cars.
Okay, great. And like procuring, especially the older cars, or
Yes.
older vintage, excuse me. We don't call them old. So, and I'll have to find the picture of the Cadillac, which is fabulous. But so getting these cars, and did you all take care of refurbishing them, or were they
So
already refurbished? Or
yes, well, we are quite lucky because one of the partners has this huge experience on cars, all sorts of cars, vintage cars, supercars, modern cars. So he has all the connections. He knows personally all the companies, and he knows what are the best companies. And we have a fleet of luxury vintage cars like this pink Cadillac in Rome. So we organize in Rome these tours with luxury vintage cars with drivers only, because they're quite difficult to drive. But they are so exciting, and it's a different way of seeing Rome,
mm-hmm.
because it's a way to enjoy Rome. You stop wherever you want. The driver will wait for you, and you can take pictures, you can walk, and then continue your ride with these luxury vintage cars. We have all sorts of models like Rolls-Royce, Bentleys, Cadillac, Excaliburs. So these cars are really unique. It's a special emotion to do a tour with these cars. And when you have a nice weather like spring, summer, or even autumn, it's nice to keep the roof top open
Mm-hmm.
if these cars are convertible. In this picture, you can see a very luxurious Rolls-Royce.
Yes.
You have plenty of space inside. So it's, in my opinion, a very original way to visit Rome.
Yeah. Oh, it looks just fantastic. And then there was the picture I think that I put on the the things telling people to join us of the Bentley in front of the fountain at night. And I think I've got it here. Yeah. And you told me that that was one of the best ways to see Rome was to do it at night, and
Sure.
in that kind of a situation when the lights are great and everything else. So
Yes, because you have almost no traffic at all in the evening. So it's the best way to enjoy Rome, and it's the best way to go, in all these central neighborhoods, because you will not waste your time in possible traffic.
Yes, and you said that so if somebody is in Rome and they want to have a romantic evening or something, the driver picks them up at their hotel, takes them for a tour in Rome, kind of wherever they want to go, like you said, get in and out of the car, have a lovely dinner, a little more driving around. I mean, what could be better than that? I can't imagine.
So these are normally 3-hour tours.
Right.
Sometimes you have requests for long disposals, like a full day. And of course, the clients can choose a specific model among our fleet, so that they can have, if they have a precise wish, they can have their own car.
Yeah, it sounds just fabulous. But you also told me one thing just to be careful of was that, of course, these older cars don't have air conditioning in them. So
Correct.
You want to be careful if you're there in July. You probably don't want to go for a midday ride in
Exactly.
one of these cars.
This is another reason that we suggest to do these tours in the evening.
Yeah.
So usually in the evening, you have a nice weather, nice temperature.
Yeah.
This is another reason.
Yeah.
At the same time, if the clients would like to drive themselves vintage cars, we have a fleet of the iconic Fiat 500, the tiny car.
Yeah.
We have Spiders, which are the convertibles with 2 seats. And we also have Italian sedans of the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. And all these cars have manual shift.
Right. Okay.
So it's also important to precise and to inform all the clients.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, that would be fun, but maybe a little nerve-wracking. Hopefully not in Rome. The driving in Rome is a little crazy for me.
Yes. Well, actually, we are together because we have a lead car, and we usually go outside Rome. We prefer to go in the countryside, so that you have no traffic and it's much easier and nicer.
Yes, I can imagine. So tell me about this car that's on it seems like an insult just to call it a car. It's a supercar, I suppose. And tell me a little bit about this one in particular. And the hotel in the background looks beautiful too. So tell us a little bit about what you offer as far as different hotels and places that you recommend.
So this is a Ferrari Portofino, which is the so-called entry model of Ferrari. But of course, it's a very fast car. It's a convertible car. It's officially a 2+2, which means 2 seats in the front and 2 small seats in the back.
Okay.
So it's the right size, for example, for a family, for a couple and 2 children. Otherwise, we have other models with more comfortable seats if you have 4 adults. We took this picture when we connected 2 different hotels, one in Tuscany, and this hotel, which is called L'Albereta, and it's in Franciacorta, which is an area near Brescia, about 1 hour from Milan. This is a fantastic hotel, very famous for its spa and remise en forme, all the treatments for the body. So people go usually there for 2 weeks, and they're followed by doctors, and they take care of your body.
Yeah.
So
sounds great. Wonderful.
So we organize these tours that can go starting from 1 day up to 10 days in a row.
Right.
From 1 car up to 40 supercars.
40,
for example, for incentives. 40, yes.
That would be.
In this case, as it was a transfer from one hotel to another of different regions, we were in charge of the transportation, the luggage of the clients, because these supercars usually do not have a big trunk.
Right.
So we take care of everything. We use walkie-talkies inside the cars. So if there is any necessity, We put a small machine called telepass, which allows to never stop in the highway to pay at the toll. And we really take care of everything so that clients do not lose a single minute of their time washing the car or putting gasoline or parking the car. Because once we arrive at each destination, we collect the keys of the cars and the clients simply go.
Yeah. So you get everything absolutely taken care of. Yeah.
Correct.
Fabulous. So tell us about this picture here. We've got another, I can't see well enough.
This is another model. This is always a Ferrari called 488 Spider. So it's a convertible model. We were on the Dolomites.
Mm-hmm.
There are amazing roads on the Dolomites. I strongly suggest. The Dolomites are more or less above, the north part of Italy, northern part of Veneto region.
Mm-hmm.
So they start from, let's say, it takes 2 hours from Venice.
Mm-hmm.
And this other picture has been taken too in the Dolomites. You have plenty of lakes, of rivers, of breathtaking views of the mountains. And it's never too crowded. So roads are perfect for
I see that,
in order to really enjoy.
I'm imagining that's me right now driving that car.
Yes. Well, they are quite easy to drive because they have automatic shifts and they are full of electronics. So anybody can drive them without any problem.
Yeah. Oh, they're just beautiful. Now, tell me the other thing we talked about, and I'm going to see if I can find any of the pictures of this while we're talking, was about that you do tours that are like truffle hunting, wine tasting, the cars,
Correct. Special visits. Because we think that it's really important to not lose your time and have the special wishes and desires of the clients. Mm-hmm. So once we know what they would like to go and what to do, we combine and we prepare something tailor-made. And it's also important to know what are their wishes for the cars, because we, thanks to our partners, we have so many different models. This is, in the picture, we can see another Ferrari called GTC4 Lusso. It has a very powerful engine. It's a V12 engine. So, and this car has officially 4 comfortable seats. Mm-hmm. So 4 adults can travel all together. And in the back, you can see our minivan that is used for the transportation of the luggage, or in the evening, because we do not wish that our clients drive their supercars in the evening. Right. So they can enjoy their meals, drink wine, and they have their driver that will accompany them back to the hotel.
Yep. Here's another one. So where is this picture taken?
This is a castle in Piedmont. It's a beautiful area called Langhe, which is known for the wines and truffles. The most famous city in that area is called Alba. And Alba is also famous for a company called Ferrero, which produces Nutella. So the Nutella, the hazelnut cream.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, we go through that.
So this is the area.
It's crazy.
Correct. So this factory is about half the town of Alba. It's a very nice little town, and you have vineyards everywhere in that region, in that area.
Okay.
And it's a superb area, just about 2 hours from Milan, in the eastern part of northeastern part of Italy. And this is a castle where we organized a truffle hunt for a Brazilian family. Okay. They were driving these 3 supercars, And after the truffle hunt, they had a special lunch inside the castle.
Okay.
In front of a fire. And but we also go there also for wine tastings.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful estate. And once again, it's another part of Italy that we strongly suggest because it's Piedmont, the region of Piedmont. The capital of Piedmont is Turin. This picture has been taken in Tuscany.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We were staying at the hotel Fonte Verde, which has a beautiful spa in the southern part of Tuscany.
Okay.
And this yellow car is a Ferrari 488 Spider.
Okay. Gosh, now for a minute, I want to ask you, so where did your love of all these cars come from? What's your background or is it something else that brought you to this?
Well, I always had a passion for cars since
Mm-hmm.
my childhood.
Okay.
And I studied economics at the University of Rome, and I did a thesis about the relaunch of Maserati under the Ferrari management. So
Okay.
it was analyzed the period from 1997 up to 2005. This thesis was in marketing. And later on, I worked for several car makers, including Maserati. I was working for the network development department inside the headquarters in Modena, north of Italy. And afterwards, I've worked for a concierge company. We were providing cars. I worked also for the merger of Fiat and Chrysler and Jeep.
Okay.
Back in 2010 when they
Right.
merged.
Yes.
So I had several experiences in the automotive sector and in the services industry because I also worked for a concierge company. So let's say that we created this company together with other friends that have different backgrounds, but always in the automotive industry. So this is why we all had different know-hows and experiences. This is why we are quite, let's say, focused in this in the cars, in supercars and vintage cars, and in the services for tourists.
Yeah, it's what makes it work because everybody has their specialty.
Right.
And
Exactly.
you all are good at your different things that you do. And yeah, I'm amazed because, I mean, really, you guys can arrange anything, it sounds like. We've talked helicopters, private airplanes. We haven't talked about yachts yet, but yachts or boating, if you want to experience that when you're in Italy. So it sounds like, any number of days and just about everything you all can arrange.
Including guides. I mean,
Yes.
some clients can come here and we can assist them from their
Mm-hmm.
arrival till their departures. But of course, we work with all sorts of peoples and companies. So if they ask us for a specific activity or service, we can provide, and then they do all the rest. We really want to help and assist all our clients. So if they need extra services, we are ready and here to help them.
And that is so good for somebody like me who arranges, has the clients here, but obviously I don't know how to, go about getting a helicopter for my clients in Italy. So to have a relationship with somebody like you where we can work together and provide just this impeccable service for clients that are looking for this is fabulous for everyone. It's for me, for you, for them, and everybody gets to enjoy and
it's the so-called win-win situation.
Exactly. In this case, win-win-win, so so I put the picture of the I'm going to take the helicopter one down just for a minute.
Yes, this is a group because we also organize services and incentives for companies.
Okay.
So in this case, we had a group of about 20 people. We were staying in Rome, and we had 4 helicopters that brought them from Rome up to Lake Bracciano, which is about 45 minutes from Rome in the north. And then we organized a tour with these vintage cars with drivers. They had a visit and a lunch in a castle, in a beautiful castle where Tom Cruise got married. And then we came back to this small airport, and they took their helicopters back to Rome.
And how long would that flight time be for them to?
It was quite short, about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
But for example, we have also requests for transfers with helicopters.
Yes.
And one of the main routes is Rome to Capri, so that you don't have to take a ferry boat. It's quick. It's about 50 minutes. And sometimes clients ask us to take from the airport.
Right.
So they land in Rome, and they don't lose time. They go directly to Capri, and you save maybe 5 to 6 hours instead of taking a car and then wait for the ferry boat.
Right. And can you do any kind of these transfers to other countries? If someone wanted to go to France or go to Croatia or go to, Austria or whatever, you can do that. Okay.
Sure.
Great. Wonderful. Well, that's wonderful. So, okay, tell us about the Excalibur. So I'm intrigued.
This is one of the most original cars that we have in our fleet. It's a very, very long car, very original, and I would say very American. We use these vehicles for events, for tourists, for movies, and also for weddings.
Okay.
Actually, it's quite popular for weddings.
Yes.
And here it was another event for a big group, and they were having lunch in this beautiful castle, which is about 20 minutes from the historical center of Rome, in the countryside. And it's another way to have a transfer. So instead of having minivans or sedans, some clients ask us to have these vintage cars. And once again, it's so original that the participants and guests are really surprised, and they're all very happy and excited.
Yeah, I can see. Oh, I can imagine, and it's so nice. It's such a relief too, not to have to worry about your baggage. It goes in the other vehicle, and we just go in and just enjoy the ride. So, yeah, that's fabulous. I think if I can do this, I've got one more video that I would love to show if I can make it work. But in the meantime, while I'm seeing if I can get this video to work, tell me a little bit about what you think is the best time. I mean, I know that Italy is like it is here. There's the north and the south, so the weather's going to be different.
Sure.
But as far as just the times, if you want to go to the places like Rome and Venice and Milan and things, is it nicer to come in the spring or the fall instead of in the summer? And
sure. Well, I would suggest that from April till early June. But also from September till end of October, we probably have the best periods.
Right.
If you want to go on the Dolomites, you have, there is no preference. You can go in June, July, and August because you have a very nice weather all summer.
Right.
It's never hot, and usually you have more services in the mid of summer. And of course, if you have clients going to the Alps, skiing, Dolomites or the Alps, we can provide SUVs. So, for example, they can drive themselves, or we can have them transported with our minivans and our SUVs with our drivers. We can also provide extra services, like I was saying before, the truffle hunt, but also, for example, one day skiing with a former world champion.
Oh, really? Wow. Well, that would, I'm not a very good skier to begin with. I think that would like ruin me. For people that love to ski, that would be fabulous.
Or we can organize ice track driving experience in winter.
Wow.
Which is something, in my opinion, very useful.
Uh-huh.
Because when you drive on an ice track, you have the same feeling that when you have a wet road, and
Okay.
when your tires are very, very old and worn. So it's useful because you learn all the techniques that can be useful once you have an emergency on normal roads with normal cars.
Ah, okay. Sounds good. Yeah, well, I'm afraid to admit that I have had an accident like that. We we live in an area where we have some very twisty, turny roads.
Sure.
And one day it was slick, and I turned the wheel this way, and of course the car goes this way right into the guardrail. I was like, ugh. So I could have used some of those techniques, I think.
Sure.
Okay. So, well, unfortunately, I cannot get that last video to come up that I wanted to show, but I will post it in the comments
Sure.
section so that people can see. It's the shorter one that you sent me.
Sure.
But I also, if it's okay with you, you had sent me the longer, like,
Yes.
Vimeo video, and it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And if I offer to my audience
Yes.
to share that with them? So, okay.
You can.
Okay, well, there's a trick to this, though, for my audience. So if you will go to my website, which is across the bottom there, kleinandcotravel.com, and go to the bottom of the homepage and sign up to become a Klein & Co. Insider, I will send you the link for that video, which I promise you will enjoy. So thank you, Andrea. It's just been, oh, I have one other question.
Yes.
What's your favorite cocktail? Italian? What's your evening drink of choice?
I really love the spritz.
Me too. Aperol.
Really?
Yes, my favorite. I love it. Yeah. Okay.
It's
Well,
quite light, and I really love it all over the year. I don't have a specific period, but in summertime with ice cubes is probably one of the best drinks.
It's very good. Who makes the best one in Italy? Who makes the best Aperol spritz in Italy?
Well, they're all excellent. Maybe in Venice.
Venice? Okay.
Yes.
All right, good. Okay, well, when I come to Venice, which I think is next September, I'll get the name of the place from you where I need to go have my Aperol spritz.
All right.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you so much. You have been wonderful.
Thank you so much.
And I've really, really enjoyed it. And hopefully we'll have some people that'll get in touch with us to find out about supercars in Italy.
Let's hope. Also, because this is the best period.
Yeah.
All the hotels have special prices, and you don't have overcrowded cities.
Yes.
So as soon as it will be possible, I strongly suggest to travel.
Yeah, I think it's a very good point that you make. A lot of we're still here in the United States. We're not allowed to come to Europe yet, but
Sure.
Hopefully that will change before too long. And I would love, I think, even to come like at Christmas time. I'm sure it's just beautiful. And for the people that are skiers, what could be better? Come then and enjoy a little bit of Rome and Christmas and go skiing and do it all with a supercar. So sounds fabulous to me. So. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. I'm sorry we had a little bit of difficulty at the beginning, but I enjoyed your time very much and appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye. Ciao.